Tonight I'm going to tell you about some of our employee and staff surveys that are coming up. We're doing something new this year. I want to keep you abreast of that. The college does these surveys in large part to fulfill the mission of maintaining ourselves in ongoing continuous improvement, and because the HLC has an expectation that we are sensitive to the needs of our employees and try to make their work better. Over the last few years, we've had an ongoing operations survey, which is an evaluation at the department level of how the supporting departments of the college are performing. And those would be IEPR, would be one of those, public relations, police department, etc. We have our HLC's employee climate survey, which we started in 2013 as part of an initiative with the Diversity Commission. And that evaluates morale and communication, and it's an institutional evaluation on leadership and employee relations. And now we're going to be involved with Chronicle of Higher Education and its Great Colleges Workforce Survey, which will give us national benchmarking, and that's the value of that. So these three surveys serve somewhat different purposes for departmental evaluation in our operations survey, but the climate and Great Colleges will be doing in alternating years. A lot of the core questions overlap, but ours are much more customized and tailored to the needs of CLC. So the customized questions allow us to dig deep into areas where we're trying to make very deliberate improvements, such as recently in sustainability, safety, and it allows us to get into some of the personal characteristics of our employees. We've asked things like marital status and religious affiliation and things of that kind of nature, so we can see how well we're meeting the needs of people with different demographic characteristics that we might not otherwise get to. Great Colleges doesn't allow us to do that, but it gives us will give us a good trend and good national benchmarking. So we can see how we compare against other large community colleges nationwide. We can see how we compare against national leaders in morale and employee satisfaction. So that's some of the major differences between these three survey platforms we have. The value of this has been important to the college. We've used this, I'm showing you a slide that I showed you about a year ago when we brought in our employee climate survey. And one of the things we learned from that in 2013 was that fewer than 60% of our employees really understood our policies pertaining to anti-discrimination and anti-harassment at CLC. In subsequent years, the HR department in particular put in new training that is mandatory for all employees on these things. We have more engaged activity going on with our diversity commission in this area, and we see the progress that it has given to us. More than 3/4 of our employees a year ago told us that they now understand these policies. In the subsequent years, we've used that survey to tell us more about how we should make progress in terms of management training. We've modified the way we do employee annual performance reviews to ensure that they know their relationship to the strategic goals of the college. Those are evaluated. And so that they have training plans. Those employees who showed low morale have also significantly related to that was the sense that they didn't really realize how important they are for the college in terms of meeting our strategic goals and objectives. So all of these things have been put in place with our employees' feedback and with them telling us how important the idea of training, continuous improvement in their skill set is for them. So this is a little more detail on what the Great Colleges survey will tell us about employee skills and development, compensation and benefits, supervisory relationships, governance, and morale, pride, and satisfaction of working at CLC. In the months to come, the survey is in the field right now. We're collecting the data. Actually, a research firm called Modern Think is collecting the data for the Chronicle. It'll wrap up next week. It's a sample of 600 employees stratified by each of the job classifications we have, so that each is evaluated in proportion to its total. And we will be receiving the feedback from the survey mid-summer. Some of the results will be published in the Chronicle in the late part of summer. We will work with the cabinet and governance to devise plans for improvement where we see that as necessary after the results are returned to us. Any questions or comments?
So, Sean, are you saying it's a goal of the College of Lake County Administration to be a great college for employees to work for?
Well, I don't want to speak to the question, but I would like to be able to say that.
Yeah, I think that's a great question, Rich, but that certainly is, and that's why the Chronicle does that survey. But the process itself is to find things like you saw, a really specific example that Sean gave you of something that we could work on and say, oh, employees don't understand this, we need to really change the policy, have them learn. And so the two of them together, and these two different surveys, we do the climate and the Chronicle one will give us these two different faces and something for us to work on in terms of training and development. It takes time, I mean, it's not.
Dr. Hogan, I really love these monthly reports. Because I love big data. I think you can learn a lot from dissecting the data in a lot of different ways. Now, some of the goals we have are, the tangible goals are measurable. Some goals are probably not as measurable. But my question is, because of the talk on mental health around the country, and around the world should be, but I'm going to just focus on the country, what part of the mental health challenge or discussion can we wrap this into this from a morale standpoint? I mean, can we dissect anything from the mental health that we can learn more about our institution and how we can tweak some things?
Yes, we have a question on that survey, and our in-house survey, that asks how welcoming college is to people in different classifications, veterans, people with mental health issues, people of different backgrounds. And so we can analyze it by those folks who say they have a sense that that is low. And in all fairness to us, though, that sense of welcome has been fairly uniformly high from among our employees, regardless of those characteristics.
So that's a general, I certainly don't expect you to deal with your question, but welcoming is a fairly general type of a feeling. Do we go any deeper as far as, so we can really pull out some information? Because there's obviously something there.
With our students, we dig a little bit deeper in that, and that's been part of the plan for the student survey, which is going to be launched next week. With the faculty and staff, I can't say that we have gone into a great deal of detail because the sense of welcome has been very good.
All right, so can I ask a question? Maybe at some future point to talk about the mental health of the faculty and staff, and if you can maybe dissect that welcoming question, because just because it's relatively high doesn't mean that there is not issues that we can tweak and make it better. So I think if you do a deeper dive, you may be able to uncover some things that can help us progress in our morale.
We have a wellness. I think rather than looking at it from the mental health focus, we're looking at it around wellness. And so the wellness program has these 10 dimensions of wellness, and they kind of address the whole perspective of the person and some of those issues also. They screen for various things. So I think we're trying to get at that too.
Okay.